Ahoy mateys, and welcome back to another Blox Fruits video. So today I'm just going to go ahead and use all of the common fruits so y'all don't have to. Alright. Now the first one, and I'll go in order in terms of this list here. Now I've already done Rocket in a previous video, so I'm not going to go into detail about that one. So I do miss the original Kilo, what it used to be before they revamped it. The way it worked, it was basically the Kirby spam from Smash Brothers. They did change it up apparently because of copyright. Now, I do wish they had kept, copyright is copyright. I'm not gonna, say they should have tried to, not do that or fight it or anything, but I'm wondering if they could have actually kept the moveset. Like, here's my thoughts on it. They should add a fruit based on the Ton fruit from the Dressrosa arc, because there was a guy who had an improved version of the Kilo Nomi. It was called the Ton fruit. All right. Basically, it was supposed to be stronger. So what I'm thinking is they could re-add it, make it like, I don't know, a rare or an uncommon or even a rare fruit. Call it the Wait Nomi and give it the same moves that Kilo had, just with more damage, right? More damage, or, the higher you go up, the higher you are in the air when you drop, the more damage you'll deal. That's what I'm thinking. It should be, they just call that the Wait fruit. Or the Wait fruit. I'm thinking that could work and get around the copyright. Because it's better than, Kilo. Alright? A lot of people in the frame here, but okay. So, yeah, that's at least my idea for bringing back the moveset, because I do miss that. Okay, so the next fruit, well, the fruit I will start with is... Oh, they resummoned Indra. Well, don't matter. So, the fruit I will start with is Spin. Now, Spin... it's definitely only good as a starter fruit. Alright, so the first thing up, it's got a flight. Just hold down F, and yeah. It's not going to damage anyone or anything. Just simple flight. I will admit, that does look pretty decent in terms of speed, but... yeah, that's fine. Alright. Your first move, Razor Wind. Now, you can hold this move down, and the longer you hold it down, the more damage it does, alright? Alright. So yeah, as you can see, just pressing it, it doesn't do much, alright? Next up, you have Tornado Assault. And what this one does is it basically, Beyblade, let it rip. Not much in terms of damage, but yeah. Next up, you got Air Slasher. Alright, that's what happens when you press it. Now, I don't really like the cooldown of the... So yeah, it's definitely got some range. It's the only real ranged attack Spin has. Also, X move doesn't get held. Like, the only move that you really hold are the Flight and the Razor Wind. So yeah, really, this fruit isn't very useful after the first C. And even in the first C, definitely try to get something better. Apparently, it used to be better before the update. Maybe it was just in terms of design. I never used it before today, but yeah. So yeah, that's basically Spin. Alright, this one doesn't seem like it's too hard to level up. Alright, so yeah, the first move, it's just a close range tackle, alright? You just hit them with the upper half of your body. It does not have much range, which I will demonstrate. As you can see. Dance. That was just from pressing it. Since it lasted that long, I don't think it lasts longer if you hold it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do a lot more damage either. So... that one is just a party, and I think that one you hold down. So yeah, that was me holding it down. Let's see what happens when we press it. Yeah, you hold that one down, it deals more damage. So yeah. Then you have Helicopter, which is literally a flight move. Basically the same as Spin's flight, but slower. Now, I believe this one grants you immunity to sword. Yep, you are immune to sword attacks. Supposedly all sword attacks, though it might be a level thing. As you can see, we can't get hit by this guy. So yeah. And helicopter flight deals no damage. So yeah, that is Chop. Very simple, very easy. Not my favorite unless you're fighting solely sword users, sword mains, but then I think they'll just pull out their... Honestly, if you're going into a sword fight, this would probably be a good fruit to use. And then you can just, have all your stats in sword and melee, and then just, simply have Chop equipped. That would be a pretty, funny, but I feel like that would also be a bit cheating. But anyway, next up, we're doing Spring. Apparently, Spring is really bad, but it's wonky. Knock. Alright, so yeah, the first move is a basic punch. Alright, so yeah. Knock, it's basically a basic punch, not much range, pretty long cooldown, not a fan. Next up, Spring Snipe. Alright, so I guess you just press it, hold it to aim, and then it shoots it. Let's see how much range it has. Alright, I don't think that's a lot in terms of range. Yeah, that does not have a lot of range. Spring Cannon. Alright, so you just go straight up. Alright, next up we have Spring Leap, which, okay, not even one that you hold down. It just shoots you straight up into the air. No charging or anything. I will admit, that is kind of useful. That might be a little more useful than others. Okay, it also launches you in the direction. So wait, hold on. If I hold it. Okay, yeah. Alright, it launches you where you're looking, and you bounce off of things. Okay. Honestly, that just seems like a lot of fun. So, if I use it in, Alright. Doesn't seem to take you pretty far, so wonder what happens if we... Alright, it doesn't work like I hoped. Okay. Next we have Spring Emperor, which, alright, doesn't really charge up, but you fly around and you just... Alright, so you just fly around and deal damage only when you run into them. It's only good in theory. So yeah. Spring is apparently pretty funny, but whoa. I'm not a fan. Though Spring Snipe, not bad. Not exactly the biggest fan of this one. So, yeah, that's Spring. I was told it was bad. Knew it was bad going into it. But yeah, try to avoid it. Next up, Bomb. Bomb is one I know is a good starter. How? That tasted spicy. Right, so yeah, targeted Bomb. First move, you just charge it up. And you just basically blast them into oblivion. Alright, you can charge it up, you can aim it wherever, and you can blow them up. It does deal a lot of damage for a starter move. Alright, the longer you charge it up, the more damage it'll deal. Alright, just aim where you're looking and blow it up. Would highly recommend this to be this is definitely the lowest tier starter fruit I would recommend. Like, Rocket isn't bad, but this is just way better for grinding. Next up, Bomb Jump. I think it launches you at the opponent and then you blow them up. Alright. Yeah, you jump into them, blow them up, launching. Yeah. All the moves have AoE, alright? Now, landmines, definitely a really good fruit. Alright? You charge it up, and the longer you hold it, you just create these landmines. Anything that touches these landmines gets blown up. Now, I do wish it conformed with the terrain. Alright, as you can see, it created it above us, so, you know, you can't get like 360-degree coverage. As you can see, just everything that runs into these just gets blown up. And then you can... yeah. You can just lead them into it. Only you can see these, by the way, so it's not even that bad in PvP. Alright, we also have Explosive Jump, which basically it's just a jump, no charging or anything. The great thing about Targeted Bomb is its fast cooldown, alright? Self-destruct, if you just press, it deals some damage. It drains your health to charge up, and then it'll deal some damage. Now, the longer you charge it up, the more health you will drain, and the more damage you'll deal. As you can see, we just did like 13,000 damage with that one attack alone. So self-destruct deals a lot of damage. However, it does cut into your health. So be careful of that. Now the last move, Explosive Jump, just does an explosive jump. Doesn't have really much of a charge or anything that I can tell. But it will deal damage if anyone's caught in it. So yeah, Bomb, definitely a good one to grind with. Like, if you end up rolling this fruit as like your first fruit, definitely take it. It's a good one for a starter. So yeah. Next up, Smoke. We've already done Smoke. Like, this was my first fruit. I'll give a bit of a recap. So yeah, Smoke Slam basically hits the ground, knocking them up. Smoke Blast. That wasn't a very good demonstration because of the wall. Alright. What Smoke Blast does, you just create this little area where everything in it takes damage. Smoke Liberation, you just create an area around you, like a smoke tornado around you. And then you got Smoke Bomber, which flies around dropping smoke bombs. And this makes Smoke the best starter fruit, alright? The best common starter fruit, alright? So yeah, if you get Smoke, definitely eat this one first, like better than Bomb. Because once you get Smoke Bomber, you can destroy anything with ease, alright? As you can see, we're just flying around. But yeah, bosses, well, not Cake. Cake Queen's like in an enclosed area, but we're talking first C, alright? Yeah, we brought this guy down to half health just using the Smoke Bomb. Yeah, we're dealing plenty of damage from this, alright? I just realized I got the wrong quest. I was about to do it again. So yeah, Smoke, definitely the best starter fruit. But Bomb is another good one to go with. Next up, I'll do Spike, alright? Oh, also, Smoke is a Logia type now. But yeah, it's a natural fruit. Lower level mobs without hockey cannot damage you. Also players as well. Also, I like the recharge on the Smoke Bomber. Though it is a slow flight, it does have a fast recharge. Pretty good. Alright, so yeah. Next up, so yeah, that's all for Smoke. Next up, I'll do Spike. Which, that hurt. But, alright, so what I was told is that Spike is a discount, like, dollar store version of Dough. Alright, so it appears that for the first move, you summon a bunch of spikes around you. Alright, alright. I'm gonna just do this and... Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot like what dough does, like... Alright, it appears to just send up random spikes in that area, so... Alright. Okay, so yeah, it just creates a spike on you, and then the longer you hold it, the more spikes you summon. Okay, okay. Alright, it also seems you can aim it. Alright? And look at that. Now, one thing I do like about this is how easy it is to level up. Alright? Because, I mean, Smoke was also another good one to level up, like, super fast. So yeah, this one. Yeah. Whirlwind. Alright, you're just sort of in place, it seems. Alright, because I wasn't able to move around, so... Oh yeah, and just pressing it. It doesn't seem to have any... It doesn't seem to matter if you press it or if you hold it. So that just did the same exact thing. I'll see what happens if I... Okay, yeah, that seemed to be a bit longer. Next up, Spiky Ball. You're basically Sonic the Hedgehog. Dealing damage to everyone that comes near. And then you have Spike Barrage. Alright. Now, I held it down that time, and it looks like I went into the ground, and... So yeah, let's see what happens. Now, if we just press it, it just creates a line of spikes. So yeah, if we hold it, though, it seems to charge up. Alright, alright, alright. See, if we hold it, if we charge it up, alright. Oh, that's... I think maybe it gets more range or more damage. Alright. So yeah. I don't think it's that bad of a fruit, alright? I kind of like it. And apparently it's basically a weaker version of the dough fruit, which, yeah, a lot of those moves look like the dough fruit, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that is all the common fruits, alright? Yep, all the common fruits. Flame is uncommon. So, yeah. Now then, my review. So, first things first, when it comes to the worst fruit out of the ones we just went over, I would definitely say it's Spring. Avoid Spring. Spring, I would definitely say, is the worst. Alright? Definitely avoid that one. At least for actual, functional use. I mean, if you want to just play around with the bouncing mechanic, that's fine. But other than that, it doesn't really have much. It's not really that good. Yeah, Spring is definitely the worst. Next up is Chop. Chop is okay, just, in terms of range, it's not the best. In terms of, damage, I feel like it could be better. Flight is kind of slow. There isn't much, really. There isn't much reason to use it. That guy might be a hacker. But, yeah. Chop, not the best. Next up, I would say, comes Spin. Like, Spin wasn't terrible, but I feel like it could be better. I do like I do like the speed of the flight, though. That was pretty nice. But yeah, in terms of other moves... In terms of the actual moves, you only get range with one. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's also not the best one on this list. Next up, in terms of grinding, might as well activate it. Rocket. Plenty of range. Airstrike I do wish had more range, and Rocket Crash, It's decent in terms of attack, but the flight is rather slow, and the moves take a little bit to cool down, so it's hard to combo. them together. I've definitely seen faster cooldowns, but yeah. Other than that, I would definitely say it's a little bit better than Spin. I'd say it's above Spin in terms of usefulness. Next up, I would say Spike is good. I would definitely say Spike is a little bit better than Rocket in terms of function, both like PvP and PvE. At least that's what it seems like to me. So yeah. It's got a faster mobility. It is on the ground. And it's got a little bit more area of effect. I do like how you can aim the first move. Yeah. I can't tell if it has more damage, to be honest, but, you know. It's definitely not the worst on this list. I would definitely go for Spike rather than Rocket in terms of functionality. Next up, I would say Bomb. Bomb is the second best common for grinding. In PvP, it's not hard to fight against, unless you're fighting against someone really, really good with it. But, yeah. Definitely not the worst. It deals really good damage for a common fruit. And it's, you know, that first move is really good, and it has a really fast cooldown, so you can almost spam that, right? It's really good for grinding, all right? Really good. But I do have to give the award here to Smoke. It is definitely the best common fruit for both grinding and PvP. At least in the first sea, you know, yeah. Smoke, definitely the #1 common fruit here with it, because it has the advantage of being an elemental fruit. So you only have to worry about higher level enemies and aura. You can fly. Your flight deals damage to everyone beneath you. And it's got some really good area of effect, some decent damage. It is definitely what I would say the best of the elemental types. Better than Spike. Now, you might have different opinions about the fruit, like which one's better for you. All right, honestly, I'm not going to tell you which fruit's better for you. I'm just saying that comparing all of these common fruits, that's at least the list that I've come up with based on how well they work. So yeah, that is basically all the common fruits. I hope this list helps you if you're starting out or wanting to use a common fruit. You know, or if you're just curious, I hope this has satisfied your curiosity. If it has helped in any way, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as those really help the channel. And yeah, that, my friends, sayonara.